Alright, so this is a follow-up again. Market went up. Over here it was high volume, but it didn't reverse. Over here, like I showed in my prior videos, as it was occurring, got the sell up here. The sell signal up here, actually, like behind the scenes, I'm using different types of charts because one chart may, I'm using different type of charts because sometimes the heavy selling is not visible on a 5 minute chart. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you have to use a point figure chart and it'll show it. Sometimes neither of them will show it, but a tick chart will show it. So it's not easy to do, but with experimentation, you figure out the right, combination of charts. But either way, you have to find the selling, the heavy selling. And I'm telling you all, like, lower time frames are not the same. You think that, you know, one candle could screw up the read. So anyway, it turns out that they're selling here in this candle, right, or whatever the hell, the bar over here, and the signal was given. So the turn is occurring as we speak, and this was um, this is the resistance area, and now it's coming back down. I don't know where it's gonna go or how deep the pullback is gonna be, but support in my view is all the way back down here. And this is a higher time frame chart that I'm using. Remember, I don't, I'm coordinating them, and support is pretty, it's against this area right here, which leads me to another extremely important point, that the idea here, of combining time frames and all that is important, but there's an underlying idea. The underlying idea has nothing to do with time frames. It has to do with knowing your market and having high degree of awareness. Okay? High degree of awareness. If you have a high degree of awareness, it will lead to a high degree of objectivity. If you have a high degree of objectivity, you're going to get a high degree of winning trades. That's how it really works. Awareness to objectivity to awareness to trade execution, high percentages, and it has nothing to do with a signal. It has nothing to do with this condition or that condition. It has nothing to do with, like, if you trade too many markets, it's not going to be possible to reach high degree of objectivity or awareness, because you need to know the minutia and the details. So that's what really works. Okay, otherwise the signals are absolutely pointless, because you could get a signal and the computer doesn't have any awareness. It cannot process all the information on the chart in a way that is creative. It can only do it based on rules, and that's the problem. All right. So here, behind the scenes, where is this pressure coming from? It's not really on the point figure chart only, but it's actually, this time it came from a where's the fucking 5? Over, there's two places. Initially, it came from a 5 minute time frame. I mean, it's not it came from a 5 minute time frame, but it's visible on a 5 minute time frame here and a 5 minute time frame here. Okay, here 14,000 and another 12,000. Now we're going to go to the tick time frame. The tick time frame gives it right over here. So just because one time frame is giving it doesn't mean it'll be found in other time frames, but you have to find the selling, and it'll be there somewhere. So anyway, it's over here. There is a sign of weakness on the pivot, and the market is pulling back. So you know, this type of trading style, this really only comes from studying Wyckoff's. He had a tape reading course. What, tape reading or active trading? I think he called it that. So I've gone through that, and although it's not, I mean, it's not. It doesn't put everything on a silver plate to you for you. It gives the theory of the wave chart, and it is definitely a good starting point. So I encourage, like, for people to get that course, read it, understand it, and understand how to use wave charts, and then start experimenting with the volume, time, and distance, and you get an understanding of the wave chart if that's your thing. But it really has to do with something else. It has to do with high degree of awareness and objectivity. That is the foundation of high winning percentages. Anyway, forget all this. I just want to show what I'm doing here. This sold. This to me looks like it's pulling back, so we'll see where it pulls back. Lower time, high time frame is on the bottom chart over here. I want to see where it goes. And right now, it tried to rally and it couldn't rally, so it's gonna go down. What will stop or change my opinion is if there's a sign of strength. One of these charts. Like if that happens, you have to get out. You don't have to do anything, but I would definitely consider it because this trend is up, and this is a counter trend move. Again, contrary to popular belief, you have trend and counter trend signals, and if you're able to trade both, then trade both. If you can't trade both, trade whatever. I don't really. To me, it's just an opportunity. The only difference is in an uptrend, the up waves are bigger than the down waves. So if you're going to counter trend, the profit targets are much smaller. However, in this case, I'm looking at this and the support is all the way down over here. So I'll see how it falls, how it corrects, and I think there's a decent move. Um, anyway, have a good weekend. Bye.